What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. Now, when last we met, I was at home making a pot of gumbo, but now I'm in Holbrook, Arizona. And last night, I was in a town called Mexican Water, Arizona. It's no place you want to be. But anyway, I'm kind of taking a tour of the state because earlier today I was in Phoenix and now I'm here and whatever. This is actually the second time I parked today. The first time I had what I thought was the perfect spot. And then this happened. I hate it when I get a nice good parking spot and everything's great. I got my curtains up. I'm all ready, and guess who comes parked next to me? Loud truck guy. Listen to how loud this guy's truck is. Why does he have the engine idled up so much? Plus the engine fan is on. So guess what? I gotta move, because I ain't staying by him all night. I gotta take all this stuff down, man. Look, I gotta take my curtains down. Take my sun visor down. And I don't know, wherever I'm gonna move is not gonna be as good as the spot that I had, but oh well, I'm not staying by this guy. What could I do? I had to move, but now I'm in another spot. It's a good spot, and the guy next to me is quiet, so I think that we can coexist as neighbors for one night peacefully. Moving on. Back to the last video. Thank you, everybody who gave me some positive feedback. Some of you were impressed with my ability to chop vegetables. I figured that's something that anybody could do, but some people are questioning my dry roux. But hey, the proof is in the pudding, right? That gumbo was good. But anyway, it seemed like everybody liked it, so thank you. Hopefully I can do more videos like that in the future, but I'm kind of stuck in this truck most of the time, so I can't cook in here. There's no kitchen. So anyway, that's that. Now, this video, where are we gonna start? We're gonna start on my trip from Flagstaff to Phoenix earlier today. There was a nice little downgrade. I got to see some cactus. There was a little bit of music. So we got a lot brewing already. There's only one thing to do now, right? Let's get started. All right, we got an 18-mile downgrade coming up. So what they do is whenever there's a really big bad downgrade, they'll have a brake check area for trucks. So we're gonna check our brakes, make sure everything's looking good, so we're safe for our downgrade. Let's go. All right, so you gotta crawl under the trailer, check your brake pads, make sure your brakes are adjusted properly. Make sure they're not hot. If they're hot, you can smell them. If you've ever driven with the emergency brake on, you know that smell. I've driven with the emergency brake on, and that doesn't say much for me, but it also doesn't say much for the emergency brake. They ought to call it the emergency make the car smell funny lever. That's a Mitch Hedberg joke. It's never fun crawling under here, but you do what you gotta do. Now this is a scenic view area. Here we go. So let's go check out the scenic view. This is the nice part of Arizona in the Flagstaff area where they have pine trees. Just the smell of that pine or whatever it is. Smells so good. And here they are, the famous cacti of Arizona. I looked it up. It's spelled S-A-G-U-A-R-O. Saguaro, I guess it's pronounced. They're really cool looking, obviously, as you can tell. And they're only in this part of the state, so you better enjoy them while they last. And if you're wondering why I'm going so slow, there you go. These Stunads got in a wreck, and so how much you want to bet it was the Mustang's fault? I just have a feeling. Thanks a lot for ruining my drive! All right, we are getting out of Phoenix. So good to get out of Phoenix. I hate driving through Phoenix. Hate it. And this is a cactus country here, I like to call it, or the cactus belt. But we got 4 hours, 39 minutes left on the clock to drive. We'll see how far we can make it today before we shut it down. So I'm just gonna crank up the radio, enjoy the scenery. These cactus don't last forever, by the way. La Bamba. Para bailar la bamba. Para bailar la bamba. Necesito una poca de gracia. Una poca de gracia para mi partida. Arriba y arriba. Ay, arriba y arriba. Por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero. Yo no. Para bailar la bamba se necesito una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia para mi partida de arriba. Oh man, a phone call. All right, I get it. Hey, hang on a second. That's one of those songs that can get stuck in your head for hours and hours. So sorry if that happened to any of y'all. Moving on. All the time you see stuff at truck stops that's funny or weird or whatever. It just catches your eye. I took a couple of pictures this time. One of them is dingle balls. And if you saw one of my earlier episodes, you know about dingle balls. The other one, people ask, hey, you have a dog? No, I don't have a dog, but this picture I took is along those lines. So check this out. So check it out. He's got the dingle balls. You see the one I got circled? It's the one giant tassel. I don't know what that means. It's probably because his body odor has reached levels that's heretofore unheard of in mankind. But he wasn't done. Check out his dashboard. He's got dingle balls on his dashboard too. Plus, you notice the incense on it sitting on top of the dash just to try to mask his body odor. Wow. Speaking of smelly trucks, JCT, y'all remember my friends at John Christner Trucking, right? Well, see the cat? He's got a cat too. Right before I took this picture, there was a black and white cat on his dashboard that jumped off. Imagine that smell. But this guy in front of me is driving unusually slow. Makes me wonder why speed limit's 75 in Arizona. Why not do 75? We're doing 64. Now watch, it's gonna start beeping. Truck drivers hate this. Beep beep, you hear that? It's letting me know I'm too close to the guy in front of me. But the thing is, I don't need the beeping because I see him. I got this other one. It's lane departure. Watch, I'm gonna intentionally drift over to the right and watch, I'm gonna get a warning. Listen. But you probably couldn't hear it because I turned the volume down as low as it'll go. You can't mute it. You could just turn it down, but I've got it as low as it'll go. But you could turn it off by pressing this button. It stays off for about 15 minutes and then turns back on. So every 15 minutes, I'm turning it off. I just passed a personal injury lawyer billboard. It said truck accident, ? And then there's the picture of the lawyer pointing ominously or, you know, sort of. I wish I could. Those are the ones I hate. The ones that go after truck drivers. Yeah, it's probably your client that caused the accident, and he's saying, "Oh, it's a big truck." You know, unless there's a witness, it's almost. I get worked up over that, man, because it's the four-wheelers that are doing all the crazy driving, causing the accident, but because it's a big truck, we take the blame. They come up with some cockamamie excuse. Oh, he probably, you know, was sleep deprived, fella. No, I'm fine. I'm alert. You hit me. Look at this guy. perfect merge. That guy needs to teach driving lessons. He accelerated on the ramp. It was the textbook perfect merge. He accelerated on the ramp. He's not texting his old lady, I'll be home at 5. And just did it. Some people get on the ramp. Oh, if you want to talk about pet peeve. They get on the ramp and they don't even look at who's in the right-hand lane until there's like 20 feet of space and they're forced to merge. And because I'm watching them in their mirror, so I know that they're doing it. So I'm watching their side mirror and they're just, I don't know what they're doing. And then they're almost out of room on the ramp. And then I see them look in their mirror, and then here I am, right on their tail. Now they have to make a split-second decision. Do I floor it and try to get in front of them, or do I slam on the brake? Some floor it, some slam on the brake. Some will wait and continue to do that speed. Now you've got, 10 feet in front of you because they think that I'm going to get over and let them in. Somebody's on side of me and I'm not slamming on the brake. It's your job to merge. All right, so we just passed up RV guy who's going 60 miles an hour in a 75 mile an hour zone. So and then by the way, this guy that I just complimented is merging. He's now in the left-hand lane going 10 below the speed limit in the left-hand lane. Now he gets in the right-hand lane and speeds up. Whoa. Now he's slowing down again. All right, so let's predict how this is gonna work. See, I'm gonna go to pass him up because he's going slow. He's gonna recognize that an 18-wheeler's trying to pass him up, and he's gonna speed up and not let me in. Yep, now I can't catch up to him. Now he's gonna get in front of me to pass up this reefer that's up ahead. The question is, does he wait till the last second to get in front of me? Let's see how this plays out. Typically, they'll let you, look, see, I'm catching back up to him. This is what they do. They let you catch back up to him, and at the last second, they just do that thing with the blinker, but they're already coming over. There he goes. Now he's speeding up again, as predicted. By the way, no blinker, and he's got his side mirror folded in, so he doesn't even have use of the mirror that he would be using to change lanes. This guy, I don't know. And I complimented his merging. Now he's doing everything wrong. So now he's back in the left-hand lane. Let's see if he slows down to 65 again. So he slowed down to 68 in the left-hand lane. When you get in the left-hand lane to pass, you accelerate. You don't decelerate. I take back every compliment I gave to you, sir. That is a new truck. It looks nice, Lily. Oh, man. This guy. And by the way, he got back in the right-hand lane and accelerated. So he gets in the left-hand lane to pass, slows down, gets in the right-hand lane and speeds up. Okay, remember earlier I told y'all, remember that GMC Envoy that was doing 64 in a 75? Well, he's back. This is Twerty like Tweety Bird. I taught a putty cat. This is about 30 minutes later. He comes zooming up doing 75, gets in front of me, and what's he do? Slows right back down to 65 miles an hour. I don't understand it. I don't know why four-wheelers drive like that, but they almost all do. So what do? Pass him up. Well, a little further down the road, here he comes at 75 again and gets in between me and another 18-wheeler. I'm doing 70. That truck in front of me is doing 65. He decides I need to be in between these two and slows back down to 65. So I got to pass him up again. Look, you never, ever see a truck driver vary his speed unless he's going uphill or downhill. Y'all understand that. but we pick a speed and do it. Why can't four-wheelers? They all do a speed range. My speed range is anywhere from 65 to 75, and they go up and down, and then we as truck drivers, we got to deal with, we try to pass them up, they speed up. We get back behind them, they slow down, like the guy in the silver pickup truck that you just saw earlier. I can't understand why four-wheelers can't just pick a speed and do it. This is the truck stop from my very first episode that was covered in snow. Here we are in springtime, the snow is melted, and I got to see the parking lot without the snow. Cool little before and after. Then if you remember my video from Austin, I was trying to pet the cow. Here we go, more cows. But I don't know what it is about cows, they just don't like me. As soon as I start walking towards them, they run away. But I've never done anything to harm a cow, so it's not like word would spread throughout the bovine community that, hey, watch out for this guy. But they don't. What's with me? What's with these cows? Well, here we are, boys and girls, the border between Kansas and Missouri. So we have a tale of two cities. Right now I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, and you can see it's not so great. Well, Kansas City, Missouri, they've done much more with the place. And I always was confused because they don't really teach in schools. It's not part of the curriculum to learn about KCMO and KCK, which is Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. So I never it's two separate cities in two separate states, but somewhat counterintuitively, KCMO came first, Kansas City, Missouri. And in fact, it was there before Kansas was even a state or a territory. But so they named it Kansas after like the local Indians, Kanazas or Kansas, whatever. And also there's a river, the Kansas River. So there you go, that's KC Mo. Well then, look at this low clearance. Yowie, wowie. Y'all watch this. You gotta really pay attention. I can't even tell my story. You gotta watch. But it's pretty cool, look at this. It's like a tunnel, except it's just, I don't know, overpasses and stuff. But you gotta hurry up and merge. It's hectic right here. I hate this little exchange. So now we're in Kansas City, Missouri. By the way, low clearance. All right, so I gotta keep left again to 71 North. But I got both lanes. I can do it from both lanes. Well, you gotta pay attention. Next thing you know, I'll be in St. Louis. I can do it from, nope, damn it. All right, well, I just missed my exit because this guy, oh man. So here we go. Now we get to take a tour of downtown KCMO. Supposedly I could get right back on the interstate. Let's find out. Some homeless guy was waving at me. All right, so we turn left and get right back on I-70. The guy's not even asking for money. He's just sitting in a lawn chair waving at all the people that pass. Harrison Street and Troost. I know somebody named Harrison. All right, back to my story. The wily settlers of Kansas said, hey, this Kansas City, Missouri is doing really well. Why don't we name our city Kansas City on the border? And people will come here by mistake or think that we're the real Kansas City because we're in Kansas. They even tried to annex Kansas City, Missouri and make it part of Kansas. Well, that failed, obviously. And since then, Kansas City, Missouri has turned into a pretty big city. As you can see, look at the skyscrapers. It looks like the Empire State Building, only half the size. I need to go because I need to concentrate on where I'm driving. I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, y'all, let's address the elephant in the room. I know y'all are thinking it. The bugs on my windshield. I know y'all are thinking it. I know you've seen some of my other episodes about me and clean glass, but look, when you had that many bugs, you can't wash them off with windshield washer fluid and wiper blades. It just smears them. And the reason they're smeared is because it drizzled a little bit and I had to turn it. It wasn't enough to actually wash the bugs off. It was just enough to smear them. Normally I would just leave the bugs because I hate the smears more than I hate the bugs. So whatever, that's that. So here's my exit, St. Joseph and Des Moines. Hey, I know somebody in St. Joseph. Oh, I know somebody from St. Joseph. So what's all this traffic? Man, it turns out it's a guy spraying over the graffiti. You see on the right, he's spray painting over the graffiti. But that looks so bad, I would have just left the graffiti. I mean, at least it's artistic, some of it. So, I don't know. I had to keep on driving up to Kearney, Missouri to do a delivery. And finally, on the way back, it had been threatening. It started to rain, and I got my nice clean windshield back because it rained hard enough to wash those bugs off. Now, y'all know that I like tunnels. I also like cool bridges, and I thought this was a pretty cool bridge as well. I'm sure the people in Missouri are very proud of it. And there is KC Mo off in the distance to the right. It looks cool from a distance. It's not quite as nice when you're down in it. So here I am in Olah, Missouri, or Kansas. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm here to pick up a load, and this is what happened. At 10:15 this morning, I get this load sent to me, and my appointment time is 11 a.m. So that gives me 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, I had to drive to Kearney, park, get unloaded, and then drive here to Olah. Well, just from Kearney to Olah is almost an hour, okay? So I was gonna be late no matter what because I was set up to fail. Sure enough, I show up late, and just the glee in the receiving or the shipping lady's voice when she told me that I'm late, and now she goes, well, just so you know, your appointment was at 11 and it's now 11:45. So you're late and we moved on to other things. So now we're just gonna put you at the end of the line. We've got other things to do. Basically, you're a work-in at this point. You're in door 13. And so I go, all right, cool, thank you. She wants me to be, dejected, and man, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. I mean, so I said, all right, thanks, yeah, cool. And she's like, storms off in a huff. So, but I've been waiting here since 10:45. It's now 1:30, and they haven't even started loading me yet. So obviously they're making me wait on purpose for being late, just to stick it to me. Who's this guy? Uh-oh, this guy's stopping right in front of my truck, y'all. Watch. I pointed the camera at him and he pulled off. I'm gonna be here for a while, so this is probably a good time to sign off and end the video. Ooh, what's that noise? Oh, they're gonna start loading me right now. I just felt the deck plate go down on my trailer. Let's see. They didn't turn the light. When the light turns red, there's a light on the wall that you can see in your mirror. When the light turns red, that means, we're loading you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I might be getting loaded right now, though. I'm not sure. No, it's the next guy. I heard the noise. I thought it was me. It's the guy over there. So I'll be here for a while. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watch the next video. And until then, this is Jason, signing out.